We are on.
Oh, well, even I.
I was serious.
Even I was right. Okay, well, welcome back to the Pirate101 campaign. We had split sessions last time, so we are going to first be told what happened in part 1 by the team that was in Skyforge.
Hi. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this really fast. Okay, so while we were on Skyforge, there was we had to get the what they called the cylinders of the for the prisoners that we were going to free, so we could commandeer the executioner and have a big mutiny and throw everyone off. We cornered a squad of them, and we were thinking of clever ways to get them, but we just ended up beating them up and using several illusions to dispose of the body, procuring ourselves several code cylinders and several clockworks to join us on the expedition, in quotations. Afterwards, we went to the factory the next day to, I believe, procure more cylinders, where we used a combination of telekinesis, and I think we just only used telekinesis to knock off several cylinders before they went down the production line, and I think we have 11 at this point. But we also noticed that there were enormous cylinders being produced that were in segments. Like, you kind of combine them, Voltron them together to make a humongous one. And these cylinders were like the size of Quin himself. So they're going into something very large. We then decided to sneak around to gather some information, where we, looking at my notes here, we went to the central area of Skyforge again, where we donned disguises and sent in Luna to infiltrate one of the rooms of a deacon's room, I believe, to get some information. We didn't get too much in there, to my recollection, but then we went down to a bishop who is kind of like this mad scientist of the Armada, who told us about several experimental units being made, including a Gorgon which turns people to stone, and what was the other one? The
Arcane Drive.
Yeah, the Arcane Drive, and I'm a little hazy on this part.
They were Shield Guardians and the Warforged Titan.
Yeah, the Warforged Titan is the one I was thinking about. And I believe after that, we prepared the execution, and I think it was another case of we planned a bunch of clever things, but we're just gonna beat up the executioner in the end. Because it's been 2 weeks and there was a lot of stuff. Forgive me.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah. I think you covered everything. You have one like higher clearance code you got from beating up a guy in an alleyway, but that's about all the addendums I have there. All right, we will move over to the other team, the one that was with the Resistance.
All right, so we managed to get the Resistance to agree to send a few members with us. Took them on board our ship, stowed them in the smuggler's hold to transport them to Skyforge. On the way, we stopped in the town of Sevilla to try to meet with a contact we had there to set up an ambush and a safe haven for the executioner after we stole it. We found the place absolutely crawling with Armada troops. Upon meeting with our contact in town, we learned that the Armada have been gathering up apparently every weapon in town. We tracked down a Presidio that we met earlier and found it accompanied by various new Armada units that we hadn't seen before, including a very big guy, a couple of things that looked like bulls that kept trying to breathe gas on us, and some other thing that we never really saw what it does because we used a clock swap cannonball on the Titan and got it to just kind of wreck it within the first turn or two. It never really got to do anything. In the end, we ended up destroying the entire squad, and if I recall correctly, started initiating steps to get those weapons returned to the townspeople. I don't remember for sure if we did that. I think we did.
Yeah.
That was basically our session.
All right. Yeah. You guys get the reroll for the session, and do I want to do this? We'll see. Yeah. I'll give one of you can take the reroll, and the other one can take a heroic inspiration.
Same thing, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, the reroll works on anything and all the dice, whereas heroic is one singular dice that you roll.
I see.
Yeah. Oh.
And it has to. I think it has. No, it doesn't have to be a d20. But yeah. So.
I'll take the heroic inspiration.
Okay, I'll keep the reroll then.
All right. And with that, we're back in time with the first team. They have paralyzed the man who was going to try to execute the Valencian resistance members that they got together, and now they've turned the table against him. His giant axe is gripped tightly in his hands, and he's been paralyzed by Faris, and it is Quin's turn.
Hey, it's time for an execution, but not of prisoners. I roll at advantage, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
you auto crit.
Yeah. Okay, first attack, 19.
A 19 does not hit.
Oh, that's disconcerting. Alright, well, second attack. $21.
21 hits.
Okay, so this is an auto crit.
Yep, so max out those dice.
Okay, 24 damage.
All right.
And I guess.
Wait. What damage types?
Magical, slashing, and lightning.
Okay. How much lightning did you do?
I did 8.
Okay. So he resists the lightning damage.
Okay.
As he absorbs it into his axe, even though he can't seem to use it right now.
Oh, it's going into his axe. Okay. Alright, well, I'm also going to, as a bonus action, knock him prone with my shield.
All right. He needs to make a strength saving throw, yes?
But he
He
automatically fails.
fails.
That's right. He fails. Okay, where's mine? There it is. All right. He is prone. He is paralyzed.
Okay, and I guess that's my turn.
All right. Faris.
Okay, I'm gonna use this for the first time. I'm going to use the lunar orb to. Let me just see exactly what it says here. The waxing spell. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to use waxing spell to cast animate objects. So I could basically concentrate it on both spells until I run out of sorcery points, spending 5 every turn. So I can only do this once. But I'm gonna throw out 5 gold coins, and they're gonna all go attack them.
All right. I don't think I have coins, so I'll just.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just use rocks. Here we go.
Alright, and these wouldn't get advantage from innate sorcery. It's just gonna be +9, but at advantage because it's prone.
Yeah, and paralyzed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna just
Roll all the
5.
d20s.
Yeah, just add 9 to every single one of the. Or wait, it's gonna be weird. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll it twice, and the second, yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then just take the highest of them. I think your lowest one is a 19.
Well, no. So like
plus-
the 16, like so. This would be 25 for the first one. 24 for the second one. Over 20 for another
28.
one. 20
20. 19.
and 19.
Yeah, 19 was the lowest. 2 of them miss, the rest hit.
Okay. So this is going to do 1d4 plus 8. So 8 would turn to 12, so d4 plus 12 with a crit for 3 times.
Yep.
So first, 16 damage.
All right, what damage type?
This would be force damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Second hit, 14 force damage,
All right.
Oh my goodness.
and then another 15 force damage.
His HP bar is rapidly deteriorating.
Okay, and that is my turn.
All right. What do you want the resistance to do?
Oh wait, before that, I want to innate sorcery. I probably should have done that first.
Okay.
I'll let you have that.
Oh yes. Now his save is gonna be harder. All right. So what do you want your resistance squad to do?
Stand back!
All right.
Get over here.
Okay. They're going to back up and take the dodge action. All right. He can't do anything, but he gets to try to save at the end of his turn. But I don't remember how many points you put into this. I think he just
2.
yeah. So doesn't he just
Okay.
automatically fail this one?
No, he can still make the save. It just lasts a maximum of 2 turns, where he's just gonna
Oh.
get out of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what the d20 says. That's looking pretty high. Yeah, I think he's going to
Yeah.
get pushed over the edge by that.
He would be out then. And I will just, well, I guess I wouldn't have to waste sorcery points then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So silver lining is that. But it's at the end of his turn he gets to make the save, so he can't do anything, right?
Yeah, he can't do anything.
Okay.
So he's
Quin.
still prone.
Yeah, that's not ideal. I'm going to switch to the Sunblade. Because swapping weapons should be free, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, then I have a bonus action to activate the Sunblade. And then now it's time to go back to swinging. This is 10, 22.
That'll hit.
Yep.
And here's the second attack, 20.
The
Which-
20 misses.
You have
Yeah.
advantage.
Oh, you're right, I do. He's prone.
Yeah, fish for the crit on the first one if you want.
I roll. This is a reroll. Alright, another 20, so that's still a miss.
Alright.
And then for that first one, we'll see if I get a crit.
Exact
Nope,
same.
I
What the
love.
Two 12s and two 10s.
Well,
Man,
one hit, one miss.
the dice said no. We have selected what you have rolled. Thank you. Alright, and then this is going to be radiant damage. 11.
Alright, 11 radiant damage. He does not resist this one.
Okay, I'm going to action surge, and we're just gonna swing.
Alrighty. Advantage on all this.
Yep. Alright, first one, 21.
That hits.
Second one, 27.
Also hits.
Yep.
Okay, that's 13 damage and 12 damage.
Alright. You are whittling him down, and do you have long swords as a weapon mastery or no?
Yes, so he's sapped and also marked as well from Cavalier.
I can't remember what sap was. Isn't that the movement?
No, it's
Advantage on one attack.
disadvantage.
Ah,
yeah, his disadvantage on his next attack. And is that your turn?
And then I'll just cry out, Faris, we may need a silence to keep him from calling reinforcements. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Okay, so what I will do is first I'll use my bonus action to attack with the coin brigade. I'll do this kind of the same thing I did before, which is prone.
you said it was plus 9s.
Yeah, so I think the first one's gonna miss.
First is a
Second
miss.
one-
Second one hits. Third one hits. Fourth one misses.
Ugh,
Fifth
two
one
hit.
misses.
All right,
So that's yeah, only 2 hit.
2d4 plus 8. So it'd be plus 16.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's force, so you can. roll it all
19
together.
force. And
He's getting pretty low.
then I will. I'm gonna put up the silence.
Okay.
It's pretty much gonna encompass the whole room.
Probably don't have to mark it in that case. Whoops.
You hear the sounds of coins beating up the metal man, and
And
then
then they fall down because I have to
It's like-
concentrate.
I like to imagine they just make the sound of a Mario coin block when they hit him.
Ding.
all right, they fall to the ground in silence.
And I will kind of move over here. Alright.
All right.
Yeah.
The resistance will continue to take the dodge action.
That's what you want them to do, which
All right. He's gonna get up. Oh, okay. And then he's going to move to here.
Yeah, I get an offbeat.
Yep.
Strike true.
yeah,
28.
he does not.
28. Yep. Get your damage in.
Alright, and because we've leveled up somewhat recently, and I picked up a fun little feat, I am going to hit him with Green Flame Blade as a oil kind of mixes with the energy of the sun blade as it runs down my arm, and then just ignites to make a bright weapon even brighter.
You see this mix of the sunblade now with trailing green flames as you take your swings.
How much is
Gonna be, I think, just 1d6. No, 1d8.
Yeah, I think it's 1d8. It's the first time I've used this. Alright, 10 in total with 4 of that fire, if that's important.
He does not resist fire. All right. He can't do what he was hoping he was going to be able to do here. The
Good.
lightning axe is still crackling, but he's going to just take a swing at you rather than just charge it. So this is at disadvantage. Let's see. I don't think he's going to hit you because that is a 20 to hit.
I don't think you meant to
Yeah,
swing
it's
it
a miss.
open.
Yep, he missed. All right. And believe it or not, that is all he can do.
Back to Quinn.
Okay, swingy. Actually, I'll start with a bonus action to try to knock him down. This time he gets to roll.
Yep.
All right.
The DC is 16.
Yeah, he passes that.
Okay. Alright. Then swing number 1. I will lucky that.
Oh my gosh!
Die.
Get crit, son.
He's like, but I'm not paralyzed anymore.
That's
You might do this.
crunchy crit, 17.
All right, 17.
And second swing,
That's another
27.
hit.
Yep.
Plus 6. 14 more damage.
Nice.
Ooh. He's
He's-
he's so close to death.
No, he does not
And-
have one last bit, but he has a bit left.
Yeah. And then I will reposition myself in front, and that's my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I will run in with my dagger, and I'm gonna true strike with it.
All right.
So over 20.
Yep.
I'm like, how much over 20? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Oh
wait,
my.
and,
Oh my. Hold up.
yeah, and it's like a D6 as well. So 11 radiant damage.
You can see his health.
Yeah. It wasn't just the 8 did it. Okay.
Yep.
As you
Just
make the
eight
stab, finding that last little weak spot, and he falls.
Yeah. It's like a censored like slash where it's just like glowing light where the wound is.
All right. He drops the halberd, and you're alone for the time being.
Okay, we gotta dispose of this guy.
Yes, we need to get the seeming up as well here.
Okay. We also brought a cart, I believe, to.
Yes.
I think you parked it outside. Yeah.
All right. So is someone gonna be this guy, or are we just gonna be several different Presidios or something?
If I remember right, we were going to make everyone Custoses, and then his body was just going to be illusion to look like the bodies of all the prisoners here.
Okay. Alright, so I will have to melt down some spell sorcery points to create another level 5 spell slot. So goodbye level 3 spell slot. It turns into, what, 5? Bringing up to 10, and then I use 7 to make a level 5 one.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I will put seeming on all of us.
All right.
Also, I want to take that halberd.
All right. So this is the bolt cleaver. It's a halberd, and it has 3 charges that it gets back. 1 at dawn, and when you make the cleave attack, you do an extra 2d6 thunder and 2d6 lightning damage.
Okay. And then, like a swift motion, I kind of go out and go get the cart. And I'm like desperately trying to lift him, but I'm pretty feeble.
All right.
I'll help him.
Yeah. Do we want the concentration major image or the permanent one?
I'll leave it up to you. Hopefully the body should get disposed soon, so...
Well, apparently I can dispel the major one, even if it's permanent, so I'll just do the permanent one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and I'll dump them in there, and I'll just make it look like a kind of pile of dead meat.
All right, there you go.
Dead unicorns and gerbils.
All right. Yeah, everything is set up the way you want it to.
Yeah.
Alright. Are you ready to head out, Resistance?
And Alfio says, "Oh, I didn't think you all could do it, but I think that you're our only ticket out of here."
Yes. But don't worry, we're finally taking the fight to the Armada for once. My hope is one day we can finally free Valencia from this tyranny.
Yeah, you're gonna hang out in a ship for a day, by the way.
Well, beats hanging out in the brig for a day.
Yes. We'll also need to get you checked in and assigned to the executioner, though I'm not sure how much time we have for that today.
Yeah. For reference, it's been an hour to assign like code cylinders and things. I know that you guys have a few on hand, but I think didn't you already exchange them for recruits to the executioner?
Yeah.
So I think that you already have code cylinders to pass out to them then, right?
Yeah, I have all 10 plus 1. And yeah, I made a mistake on the sorcery point conversion. I actually only I have to use another 3rd level spell slot, and I only have 2 sorcery points.
Okay.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, but yeah. They're ready to follow you. They have the code cylinders you procured and traded in, so everything should be in order on that end. So unless there's anything else you want to do in jail, I'll take us back to the world map.
I don't think so. I think we just need to
Yeah.
get out of Dodge, pretty much.
And I need to sleep for a day.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And dispose of the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to accomplish that here because they have an incinerator for bodies here. All right. Yeah. So you're just gonna take your movement back to Spokane and finish out the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And so, with that, you guys come to the conclusion of the 8th day, and the 9th begins. At the end of this day, the other team is going to dock at the station. But I believe that you guys were just planning on long resting today, yes?
Yes.
Yes, we need a long rest.
Okay. And so the team is reunited as they come off of the skiff. You report what you report to the Armada officers from your patrol before getting reassigned back to the Executioner.
Before arriving, we would do what we kind of planned, where like we would do a ritual of Skybright, and Faris would probably see it at some point, and it would like, I guess it would say something like "ready to dock" or something with a dog emoji face or something. But yeah, then I assume we would need to like have Faris come over and use seeming to get the rest of the passengers to the Executioner.
Yeah, so I would be waiting. I would go towards that dock and try to be like the first one on there. I guess I have to use a seeming.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. I'm gonna use it via sorcery points rather than a spell slot. Because it's my
Do you want to?
book.
Do you want to seeming the prisoners we just freed too while you're at it, since
Just in
you gotta use
case.
the spell anyway? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what are we turning them into? Yeah.
Custos.
Alright, so they're all going to be Custos, and Quin's going to be a Rook, and I believe I'm going to be a Custo too.
You can do your Presidio one. You should
Yeah.
look like a sniper, because that's the guy we beat up for it.
Alright, yeah, so I'll be like a sniper guy.
All right. How are you gonna get the prisoners in one place to cast seeming on both at once?
I assume we're gonna like first do this on the executioner where we're kind of holding the prisoners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you have like 5 guys in one boat and 5 in another.
Yeah. I mean, I have to get to the other boat though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to cast seeming twice, is what you're saying.
Yeah. That's
Okay. Yeah. You are able to get it over both teams. And you're able to get a bunch of dudes onto the boat here.
okay.
And I'll
And-
get them all the newcomers assigned to the Executioner under Rook's name.
Yeah. You get them into like a side room and you start passing out code cylinders.
Oh,
Alright.
it's good to see you again.
Yeah, we had it's been a week. Wow. Over a week.
It looks like everything went good on your side of things.
Mm-hmm. We
Us too.
We busted some guys out. And there's probably gonna be a fight. There's also some things we should watch out for.
Like what?
Bulls and gigantic mechs.
Oh yeah, we already dealt with those. They're not nice.
Oh yeah. Okay, everyone's okay?
Yeah.
So far.
You already
Well.
dealt with them. They didn't catch you or ambush you, did they?
No, we kind of ambushed them.
Oh, perfect.
I got to destroy the big warframe.
No, honestly, I want to ride one of those. That would.
Oh, it was great.
Okay, at some point in this adventure, I would like to ride a giant robot.
We'll see if we can make it happen. You can just about fit 2 people into one of them.
Okay. I'll get into the giant robot by the end of this. Anyway. We're going to... I think today's the day, isn't it?
Yeah, this conversation's taking place at the end of the 9th day, so you can do any last preparations before you strike out on the 10th.
All right. So, just to make sure we're all on the same page, what's our? We're gonna go on to the executioner. It's all procured. Quin and I made sure of that. But there's gonna be some guys on there with us, and we're gonna have us a good old not really a mutiny, just throwing over the trash, I think. We should try to defend the prisoners, and I see you brought some as well. Not prisoners, but resistant members.
We have some extra weapons that we can potentially arm some of your prisoners with, assuming they know how to fight.
Some of them do. I think one guy doesn't know how to, but he's actually quite useless. He doesn't know really how to run a ship or fight.
You left him behind.
Oh, right. We left him behind.
Oh wow, harsh.
Well, you can't save everybody.
I know, but still.
And they insisted we do it.
He's the reason we got caught in the first place, actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
see?
maybe he
Alfio pipes
deserves it
up.
then.
But yeah,
Very
if you can
lovely.
arm them, that's good. But we need. I think we need at least 11 people, so don't let the casualties go too much.
I think
We
I
can
pull
make
a
it to
few back
Sevilla.
Yeah, we did organize, as we said, we did go to Sevilla, and hopefully there will be some support. But we should try and keep on the executioner, like, we should try and keep control of it, and we should be good, I think.
Be aware that as we leave, we may be fired upon by Skyforge itself.
Well, we're gonna go 8 hours out there. I'm gonna pop another seeming.
Yes,
So
the
we should
goal
be-
is we'll take this, and there's a couple of other fleets under Rook's command, and we're going to take them out away from Skyforge a little bit. Then we'll hold the mutiny, take control of the executioner, and use its superior firepower to gun down the rest of the boats.
And I think that it should last till out there somewhat, according to Daelen's map. And as soon as
Get past this point, we should be out of range of the Skyforge's cannons.
yeah, I think we discussed this, like 8 hours would be more than enough to get out there.
Yeah, you'll have the seeming all the way through this tile, and then you can cross in there when it ends.
Okay, I'm gonna melt down a level 4 slot and a level 1 slot to make 10 sorcery points, just to put me back at 10. So I used 5 to cast Seaman. Okay. Well, are we just gonna head out, or are there any more plans that we need to discuss before we get out there?
I guess my question is, did you have them put something on the other boats just in case, so they're not suspicious? That's the only thing I have.
Oh, yes. We have not contacted Bishop yet.
No. Oh yeah, we were supposed to do that.
Well, I can contact him now and put it in order. I hope we can get away with not putting any of those special units on the Executioner itself.
Yeah.
He seemed very excited to put him on the Executioner, but I'm gonna stand by that they go on the other ships.
Well, if they do end up going on the Executioner, just make sure they're really close to the edge of the ship. Station them there, maybe.
You should probably just state that the Executioner doesn't need them because of its superior firepower.
That's my plan. Plus, a little bit of Rook ego might help sell it as well, I'm hoping. But I will ask. I was planning on ordering the Titans because I don't think they'll be as useful from the other boats. How were the Gorgon models to fight? Do they have ranged capabilities?
Yes.
Inconsistently. They
Yeah,
don't appear capable of dealing direct damage with it.
They only seem to breathe a gas in front of them, but not like fully ranged attacks, I don't think.
Oh, that would turn you to stone if you fell victim to that.
Really?
That's what we learned.
Oh, it's fortunate nobody met that fate.
Yes, they seem quite nasty, but if they don't have any ranged options, then I might put a couple of them on the other ships. The main one I wanted to avoid at all costs were any of the Arcane Engine units. Those ones I think could be troublesome.
Alright. Well, we should put it in that order then.
Very well. And I will pull out the Sending Stone. And I'll say... Actually, I have... How many words is it again?
25.
25, okay.
You couldn't put it through like an order, just one of this, one of this, one of this.
2 number 9s!
Cool. Looking through my notes. How many other ships are there again? Or is it 5 other ships?
Yeah, as the bleh. There are 4.
Excluding
Or-
the Executioner.
4 sloops joining you.
Okay. So 5 including the Executioner.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then I'll say... Bishop. I am requesting 4 Titan units on my other ships and 1 Gorgon on one of the ships as well.
All right, you get back the response. An interesting decision, Rook. But your units will be inbound by the time the Odyssey begins.
Alright. The order's been sent, I'll say to the rest of the crew.
Okay. I have one last thing that I can try to do, but I don't know if it's going to pay off. And that's to put these around the ship, and he's gonna show the lightning pylons I have. And try to
Yeah, you
set
want to
up a
put them up
trap
in like
for him.
the cross pattern, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So if it does get to bigger combat, we can utilize them.
Are these like mines that will deploy?
No, they're more like lightning rods that charge off of each other. So if you charge 2 of them, they will create a wall of lightning between them.
I see. That sounds like an excellent way to hold a choke point.
Yeah.
Very well. I think we're about ready to go. I'm thinking right before the seeming drops, it'd be best if I call the enemy crew together perhaps, and then they'll all be lined up and we can use either a fireball or some other splash damage to hit them all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Or try to push them overboard too.
Catbeard will pipe up. If we disable the air bubble for a little while, it'll get rid of the artificial gravity that might have helped them. Makes them
The air-
easier to push off.
Isn't that
Hmm.
primarily used in the actual spiral though?
Well, if you're pushing them off, I don't think that they're gonna be going to the spiral anyway. You can turn it on again.
Have any effect while you're not in space?
Well, it helps things stay on the ship when you're not out there.
We could potentially try that.
I can handle that if you want me to, yeah.
All right. And then are we going to we're gonna head out?
Take the rest. Now remember, you have a bunch of people to feed now.
Okay.
Yep, and we have
You have
11 people.
Yeah, 11 people you have to feed today.
Okay, so I have 21. So should I just bring that down to 10?
We have supplies on the ship, like from the other ship still.
They're on the ship, aren't they?
I'm guessing we would like transfer that over, right?
Yeah, you can
We're
transfer
just
it
leaving
over.
that ship behind, aren't we?
Yeah, but like we can bring the supplies over, I think.
Right.
Yeah, you can offload the ship.
So we have 82. We're going down to using 14 because of us, I think.
All right. Yeah.
So we have 68. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 11 for them and then 4 for you
15
guys, so
for me.
15 altogether.
Yeah. So 67 is left.
I'll give you 2 rations.
Okay.
Do we think we might run into some of the shield guardians or other units that have an arcane drive?
I would hope not. I haven't ordered any, and I've been trying to keep them off Rook's crew.
Question is, do I take Dispel Magic?
I have that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, is that a weakness of theirs?
It would potentially undo a spell they cast that we don't want to deal with.
Okay, it's just for that reason. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I can do that. I have that on speed dial.
I can take. I can also take 24 other rations and just carry that as well from the boat.
All right, just offloading everything from the skiff.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Rodolfo will kind of, while you have a spare moment, just kind of say, I have a small request of you, if that's all right.
Who's he talking to? Just all of us?
Kind of, yeah. I just kind of like the crew, all 5 of you.
Oh, we can hear it at least.
Yeah.
I want you to inspire the troops before we engage the Armada. They've heard me give speeches before, but I fear that our lack of success has made them have less faith in outcomes that I procure. However, when I met you in Mushu, you reminded me that the Resistance weren't the only ones out there who cared and wanted to prevent the Armada from spreading. It was just that we didn't always see the battles happening elsewhere in the spiral. If you can, pass that on to them.
Very well.
I would be honored to do that. This is something I've been looking forward to in a while. I've always wanted to get back at the Armada for what they've done to the people of Valencia.
I agree. This needs to be stopped, and we can definitely try to bring some hope back to them.
Yeah, he gives a nod and says, "Thank you." And with that, we move on to the final day, day 10. And so with this day in motion, pretty much everything is in full swing. It is an active hive of activity, and ships are getting loaded up with all kinds of things and being ready to ship out. There's tons of noise everywhere. You probably woke up early today. Since the Armada does not sleep or care if they make noise all night long. And with that, the spoke that you're in is set to be the first one to launch.
Are the other ships in Rook's fleet loaded up with those units, or did they sneak on any surprises?
Yeah. Since you were probably standing sentry at night, you could see that they got loaded on in the middle of the night. One Gorgon and one Warforged Titan for each vessel. And all they're waiting on is for your ship to detach from port.
Well, is everyone ready? Faris, you got that final
Yeah.
seeming up?
Yeah, and I'll put the psychic the telepathic bond up, even though it's not going to last very long.
Yeah. Before heading out, I just want to say how grateful I am for all of you. I've learned a lot from each of you, and coming back here has been an eye-opening experience. It's interesting to see this place that I once called home and how differently I see it, and I'm grateful to have this chance to finally make things right and to bring back Valencia rather than the Armada.
I salute.
Max looks at Faris for a second and then also salutes.
And Daelen does.
Devin just gives an appreciative nod.
Quin will just nod back and just say, thank you all. Well then, I think it's time for us to ship out here.
So do we have to, like, rally our troops?
Well, I'm thinking we'll rally our troops right before the moment we strike.
Oh, I thought, like, Rodolfo wanted to do us, like, us to give, like, a motivational speech or something.
I think he means once we get away from everything.
Oh, okay.
All he requested was that it happen.
Okay, well, I could do it right now.
If it's all right, Faris, I would kind of like to do this one.
Okay, sure.
Though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could set up a telepathic bond between you and, like, your flesh crew.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do it now.
Yeah.
Team Flesh Crew.
Yeah, I would do that too, yeah.
Alright, yeah, so they're in the bond with you.
Alright. Well, I think Quin wants to do the motivational speech.
Yes, and Quinn will kind of stand before everyone and be like, again, I want to thank every one of you for coming together and standing this day, especially you members of the Resistance. I know that things have been difficult for Valencia. I have seen it firsthand, and by my own hand, I've even done some of these terrible acts that have led to the Armada staying in power. But I want to assure you that today is the day we finally take steps to make things right. For too long, our people have been oppressed. They've been shepherded. They've been killed and murdered in the dark. The people of Valencia have had to live in fear and watch as the Armada grows and destroys the beautiful land that they once owned. Well, this is the time that we finally fight back. This is the time that we've been given to make a meaningful change in this war. And this is something that affects not just us and our homeland. This is something that affects everything at large. the very spiral is depending on us to make this strike count. And this is the time that we can make a change to make wrong things right. And this is the time where we can show the Armada what Valencia really stands for, what Valencia really means to us. Are you with me? And I'll raise my fist.
Yeah. And I guess you kind of gathered everyone in like a small room here, so they can't make a lot of noise, but they raise their fists as well.
They do it in the telepathic bond.
Yeah, you probably hear the sound with your telepathic bond, and Rodolfo gives a small smile, and Catbeard is probably trying to find some pickled herring while everyone's distracted. And yeah, roll a D8.
D8,
All right, everyone gets 8 luck points.
Oh wow.
Could I add to it too, just to like, kind of? I kind of had a speech ready too.
Okay, yeah.
All right. All right. What he said. Listen up. You completely unreasonable bunch of lunatics, which are my favorite kinds of people. Today, we stand against an army that does not bleed, that does not tire, cannot be persuaded or shows any fear. Believe me, Devin and I have tried several times. But you know what else they don't have? A reason to fight. A cause worth dying for. And that's what you have, my friends. They march because they were made to. We march because we choose to. They fight because they're told to. We fight because we refuse to kneel. And let's be honest. Have you ever met a construct with an ounce of style?
Probably get a couple chuckles from them.
Yeah, Daelen would definitely almost like break out of character.
So here's what we do. We're gonna hit them fast, we're gonna hit them smart, and we're gonna hit them where it hurts. I don't care if you fight with swords or spells or slings or even just profanities. Just give them something they've never seen before. And if you manage to take one of those idiots down, just I don't know, a punch or a well-placed kick. Drinks are on me when it's over! Hurrah! That's my speech.
All right. Yeah, roll 2d8.
Oh, boy. Three.
All right. So, for as long as you have this crew, you can spend those luck points when they take a crew action.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the crew's pool of luck points, if you will.
Okay. So if they fail to do something, we can like reroll it.
Yeah. It's like the luck point style, so you can boost it by a 1-to-1.
It's like an augment, alright.
Yeah. All right. And the other ships begin to follow behind the executioner, unaware of what you are about to do. And go ahead and take your first movement for the day.
Alright, so I have to put up another seeming before we disembark. Or are we doing it at the beginning of the day? Are we disembarking?
Yeah, you're disembarking like first thing in the morning.
Okay, so it's still the same seeming.
Yeah. It's like the crack of dawn.
How much movement do we get?
Right now only 1. Okay, so you notice that behind you from this spoke, they're going around this way, and these ones are going this way, and then you hear on the sending stone from Kane. Rook, why have you dispatched from your attended point?
Apologies, leader. But there is some business elsewhere that needs to be handled first.
Alright, well, it only works once, so that is the entire conversation between you and Kane. The other ships continue on their path towards the canal, but they do not pursue you. Other than the
Is-
4 that are behind you.
Okay, so we still have our fleet.
Yeah. And you may take your next movement if you so choose.
Just one space again.
Yep. And as you come towards this narrow gap in landmass, you notice that the sloops behind you begin to put in the juice, and they pull ahead and quickly spin around, armed and ready to shoot back at the executioner. And then, while you're kind of getting everyone ready, one of the floating debris from the Armada's clearing out for Adamantine comes out, this ginormous clockwork with wings in the back. And it floats menacingly in the air, and it has a large, glowing yellow beam of energy collecting inside of it. Roll for initiative.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's sad. Oh, were you rolling ice? Okay, I don't know how he got a 6 then.
Could I also say I used mage armor at the start of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were anticipating combat. Yep. That is in fact what happened. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, that's an interesting lineup we have. One of them got a nat 20. One of them got a nat 1. No, 2 of them got a nat 1. And then the last one. 3.
Who's steering the ship, by the way?
Crew, I believe.
Yeah, you have 11. Oh, by the way, before we begin, the executioner has been added to the ship sheet. And the crew. And then one thing about the executioner, it is 3 tiles long, and if you try to rotate it through something, you can.
Okay.
And it can only rotate in 60 degrees. If these hexes aren't lining up, then you can't end it in half Cs, because that is too confusing to deal with. Yeah. Alright. And we will start when you guys are ready.
Ready. Well.
Yeah. Well, I
Ready
guess
as in,
Max is
like-
up first, so that's the one I'm looking for.
All right.
Do we have enemies on the Executioner still? I take it.
On the Executioner, you've got like the pylon array, and I'll say like when they pulled away, you did like the thing where you just electrocuted them, pushed them off, that kind of thing. Because you guys were probably preparing for this the whole time anyway.
And we've like outnumbered them. Quite
Yeah,
significantly.
exactly.
All right. Considering I have very little battle intel at the moment, I'm just gonna have Max steady aim and shoot the Clockwork Archon.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Uh, 21.
21 hits.
Oh, a 22. And 22 piercing damage.
Alright. 22 piercing damage. It does not resist it.
That's Max's turn.
Alright. So, I switch out. Which of these ships do you want to take? Commandeer. Okay. Yeah, so keep in mind they have 2 attacks. And then in our notes it will show their stuff. Yeah, I'll highlight it in red for you. While he does that, I should also point out here, you can arrange yourselves to be on any part of the ship that you want right now. Off to the left is kind of like the front of the ship, the middle of the ship, and the back of the ship. You can put yourselves where you want to be before like things begin to go down and set your HP, all that stuff.
I think I will stay in the back.
Yeah, Catbeard and Rodolfo are, for the purposes of this, like melded into the crew, and because of that, you will be able to make one crew action during the Executioner's turn. He has 3 move. He can forego attacks to move up to 5. Okay. All right. The Sky Forge, you hear a loud explosion off in the distance coming from that fortress. And, let's do it the fun way. Someone roll a d20 for me.
Of course.
All right. Someone roll a d3 for me.
A D3.
Bah.
1.
1. Okay. Daelen and Devin, I need you to make dexterity saving throws.
I'm next to Devin, I think, so I'll get. Ooh.
All right. Neither of those pass on their own.
I will Flash of Genius the Devin.
Okay. That boosts it up enough to pass, so you'll end up taking half. So the ship takes 10 siege damage and 5 fire damage, as well as the both of you, as do the crew members. So in total to the Executioner, it would have taken 25 damage from that shot, and you can tell that was from a Gelignite canister.
Oh, okay.
Don't we have one of those on board?
I think we have a couple of them.
I think you got 2, but I don't remember.
Yeah. It is now the Executioner's turn, so it's going to move 3 tiles, and you can take 1 crew action for Catbeard.
Do we want to pivot and, or we're gonna ram?
I think pivoting is good.
He came out of them.
I think we pivot so we can get the guns going.
Yeah, exactly. We can also just maybe try to escape, too.
Worth a shot if we get in the movement.
Yeah.
I think we do want to take out as many as we can on our way out.
Yeah. So we're gonna kind of wheel to the left and go forward.
Yeah. Keep in mind, if you wheel left, you're going to be facing like this.
Yeah.
And so then you'll move forward this way.
Yeah.
Let's go like this and then turn like that.
Yep.
Yeah, we could fire upon that as well, I guess, too. Well, if there's
You
a crew out.
get 1 more movement if you want.
Yeah. Catbeard's bonus to hit is +8, I believe.
Yeah, but for the cannon. Yeah, he'll fire a petrol cannonball, I think. I'll do that. Another net 1.
Right.
Oh,
Petrol cannonball is lost. Alright. We go up to B's turn. He's going to move 1, 2, 3. And yes, he has enough to make an attack at the Executioner, so he will take both attacks at the Executioner. Again, what the heck, I've been rolling these out in the open all day. All right. He got a dirty 20, and the other one misses.
We want to use
Yeah,
like a
that's...
I
shield.
don't think it's worth using the shield right now.
Yeah,
The shield
I'm
is
worried
only
about the
plus-
Clockwork Archon.
Okay.
The shield is only +1 AC, so...
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
even help.
All right. You take 6 siege damage. And that concludes their turn. We move on to Quin.
Yay. What's the bonus we have for cannons again?
It's 4 plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Yeah, so we're all about the same when it comes to shooting that. I'm going to load up one of the cannons, and I'm going to shoot one of our Glutamate bullets at the Clockwork Archon.
Okay. Make the attack.
Alright. 20 plus proficiency. But that's 16. That's not enough. I'll put in some luck points into it.
That is not enough.
Okay, I'll put in 5 points to make that a 31.
All right, that hits.
Not 21. Cool. How much damage are these? I actually don't know how much these do.
It does 2d, I think 10 is what it is. Yeah, 2d10 siege, 2d10 fire. And it is a 50-foot AoE.
Oh,
so
dang.
it encompasses 1 hex.
Okay. Yeah, straight out the Clockwork Archon. 24 damage.
Alright.
And then, do I get a second cannonball shot, or is that it?
The Executioner has enough cannons. I think that you could pull it off.
Okay.
The Executioner has 5 cannons on board, so that's kind of like how many you need before it needs to reload.
Okay. And is it a crew action if we want the crew to reload?
They'll automatically do it on the Executioner's turn.
Okay. So we have like 5 shots, and then they refresh on the executioner's turn.
Yeah, unless you start using actions to, like, put them up after you've used all 5.
Alright, okay. Alright, let's shoot a petroleum cannon next. That's a 13.
That does not hit.
Okay. Then that'll be that. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to throw a jump spell onto myself.
Alright. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Alright. Daelen.
Alright, I will... see if I can offer that once the recax is away. I think I will just, for now, I will shoot, I'll spawn the cannon I have for myself and shoot at the big thing in the middle.
Okay.
That would be +9, I think. Okay. 13 misses, and that should be my turn for now.
All right. It is D's turn, which is you, Ice.
Okay. D, this one. It's gunning to try to get a flank on you guys. Crew size, I think that's all it can do. Yep, they're sitting up to get in a position. Unless, Fire, would you like to chime in if there's anything maybe I'm forgetting?
I don't think so. Faris.
Alright, I'll kind of feel like going Unga Bunga here. So, can I go to the bow of the ship, or is it only 2 people?
It is 50 feet between you and the bow of the ship. Or actually, no, it's 100 because you're in the stern right now.
Okay, so can I make it to the deck then?
You would have to dash. The only one who can move around freely between them is Max because he has 50 feet of movement.
Okay, so
Do we want to do the same logic we do with spells and stuff, where you round up?
I guess we can do that. Yeah, it makes sense.
So can I just like
Simplify.
use all my movement?
Yeah, if you use all your movement, you can get to the bow of the ship.
Well, I don't want to dash. I would just...
Yeah, then if you use just your normal movement, you can get to the deck.
All right.
Tile.
And then could a fight? Oh, I guess I could reach with a fireball because it's 150 feet.
Yeah, you're currently like in the
In the
middle
middle.
of the ship.
Yeah, that would be exact.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go Oonga Boonga with fireballs to get rid of these ships.
It's like you have this hex here in this one.
Yeah,
so-
he moved in the middle, so...
Actually, that would put you here, wouldn't it? Because this is the nose, is this X here. This is
Wait,
the tail, and the one in
you would
between the
need to-
two, that's the
you would-
middle.
He would probably need
Oh,
to.
we're on an in-between tile, huh? We're probably right there.
Wait, no, hold up.
Yeah, we
It's
were
not
on
it's not an in-between tile.
It's because you've got 3 tiles here.
I am-
It's one back like this because we were on this. And then
Center
we
is
turn-
here.
Oh yeah, he's.
because that's the center. of
It
the
should be
tile.
lined up with...
Yeah, it's.
So you can see
this
4
is your
here.
center. Yeah.
Center's got to be here
Long story
then.
short, this is where you are, as far as
Okay.
fireball range is concerned.
Okay, then I will dash and quicken spell then.
Okay.
So am I at the bow now, or is
Yeah, you're at the bow now.
the bow now? All right, yeah, then I'll fireball B.
All right. And so the crew must, captain and crew must make dex saves.
I want an innate sorcery. Or no, I can't because I bonus, so it's gonna be normal.
Mhm.
Not innate sorcery.
All right. I'm pretty sure that the captain fails.
It's 17 you're looking for.
Yeah, he's nowhere close.
$28. That's average.
All right. He takes 28
Fire.
and let's see, 28 and okay. Yeah, he loses 2 crew members.
Okay. And that'll be my full turn then.
Okay. And then we move on to C's turn. And it's going to move forward and take its shots at you guys. So it'll make 2 attacks. You know, I should just bust my dice out for this. I think they might actually be faster. Nat 1 on one, nat 20 on the other.
I'm gonna spend 2 luck points to turn the nat 20 into a regular hit.
Okay.
Okay. Then that will be just 2d8. That is 9
So
siege
18.
damage to the executioner.
So 18.
Yep.
I'll let one person handle that because I don't want it losing multiple.
Assign someone as damage control.
Do you want me to just do it, or does someone else want to do it?
Matt was already taking care of that, I
Okay.
believe.
I'll let Matt do it then.
Yeah, how much damage? Sorry.
18,
Okay, so
including the
36.
vulnerability.
No,
so-
no, like, it was 9, so it's
Yeah.
18.
Oh, okay, sure.
Alright, we will move on to Devin's turn.
Okay, 2 quick questions. 1, can the crew potentially fire the cannons?
Catbeard can. The crew is more or less keeping the ship running, restocking the cannons, all that stuff.
Okay,
Yep, they're-
follow-up question is where is Catbeard? Is he on the bow?
Specifically,
I guess for all intents and purposes,
where would you want
I'll
him?
say he's where you want him to be.
Catbeard is delocalized. Yeah, if he was on the bow, I was gonna cast Bless. So, sure, if he's there, I will cast Bless on myself, Daelen, and Catbeard. And as a bonus action, I doubt I'll get a whole lot of use out of it, but I might as well go ahead and cast Divine Favor just in case. Actually, I think Divine Favor technically would work off of cannons. Because it is a
Is
weapon.
it just? Is Divine Favor just any damage?
Oh wait, I
or-
can't because I can't spend 2 spell slots on the same turn.
Ah,
Never
yep.
mind. All right, pass turn.
All right. The Archon is going to move over here to the stern of the ship. Wait, no. Does he want to do that?
Double check his spells.
I think he will. I don't think he cares. Alright, how far does this go? You guys need to make a dexterity saving throw as he unleashes a beam of light down upon the ship and it goes across all 3 decks.
Oh wait, does that mean he's hitting?
Does it hit the ship?
It is not long enough for that.
Okay, so we're making dex saves.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Or- I assume I would get the aura from paladin things, right?
Yeah, anyone who's on the bow can use the aura protection.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check Catbeard. Catbeard has +3, so it's... I forgot to do a d4.
Oh yeah, you're right. He'd have to have moved over here. It's more or less the same thing to him. 'Cause he's just gonna fly above the ship to do it.
Okay, do you want to go in some order? Because there's a lot of dex saves.
Yep, there are a lot of saves incoming.
I'm gonna use lucky on my save.
Okay.
Much better.
Okay.
So Devin got a 17, I think.
Yes.
All right.
See.
So we have 17, 24, 15, and 19.
17 for Daelen. Catbeard got an 11 with a nat 1. And a 19 for Quin.
I think Catbeard's the only one that failed then.
Yeah, I think he is the only one who failed. But
Okay.
the crew members are also potentially in a bad spot. We will see, though. So here comes the damage. That's
Oh,
59 radiant damage.
I'll say
Ouch.
That incapacitates one of your crew members.
59.
Is that half
or
on a save?
Half on a save.
29.
Yeah, that's half on a save.
So 29.
So your total amount of crew you have available is the HP bar here. And the temp HP thing is like how many are in that section of the boat.
I see.
So I guess I should, for all intents and purposes, remove one from the deck.
Guess I need to. This is going to be a bit of a tricky save to make, but I bet I can do it. Let's see, half of 29 is.
14.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. And before Max's turn begins, Rodolfo is going to say, if we can break through the line here, we should be able to reunite with the rest of the resistance and fend off the 4 ships. The Archon, I don't know about that one. We might have to deal with that one either way. But it'll be easier on the other side.
I'll do what I
Aye.
can from here.
All right.
Alright,
So-
given how much HP this thing has, Max is just going to take total control of the ship on his turn.
Okay.
So each dash is a tile, right?
Yes.
Alright. 1. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I attached. Whoops.
That's technically 2 already. Like, turning the ship is 1.
Yeah, turn the ship is 1.
Okay.
Then you got 3 movement plus your 2 dashes.
Well, not until the executioner's turn.
Oh wait, right. Yeah.
Okay,
So there's the 1, and then you get 2 if. Yeah. How many dashes do you have? You have 2, right?
Yeah, I turned and then double dashed.
Yeah. So you
Gotcha.
should be able to move 2 tiles then.
Alright. And people can start shooting at this guy now, if they wanted.
Okay. Will be your turn. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Which. Here. Here, going to turn twice. And again with one of their actions, and I think they can shoot with the other. Sorry, I'm just double checking over that. I just wanted to make sure I'm not cheating here.
Oh yeah, they can take 1 action to dash and 1 to shoot.
Okay. In case they are in range, they're going to make the shot at the ship. Which I believe that's only a 17.
I think that hits it.
I think that hits the ship, yeah. It's 16.
Okay. Just regular candles. The Excalibur takes.
They have heavy cannonballs. It's 2d8. We've been rolling them out in the open, so I can just say it.
Okay. In that case, that's going to be 11.
Okay, takes 22.
Right. Back to the Skyforge.
All right, the Skyforge. Someone roll a d20 for me.
I don't want to do it this time. It went bad when I did it last. Quill, you do it.
Up. Okay.
Quill or Zapper.
I just rolled a d20. I hope that's what I was supposed to roll.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Actually, I hope it wasn't what I was supposed to roll. I don't like that number.
All right, someone roll a d3.
Fine, I'll be the bad news guy again.
I mean,
3.
This one just determines where it hits.
Yeah.
no one except the crew is on this turn, so...
Yeah, well, I'll take the one that went first. So that's going towards the deck. So I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw. Those of you on the deck.
That's my favorite saving throw.
You're on the bow, I thought.
Oh, I'm on deck.
Oh, you're on the deck. Okay, well, good luck. Quinn and Max.
Oh, great, a nat 20.
Well, you take no damage.
I look over as like Max's beautiful arrow like flip through the air. I'm like, Max, what are you? Oh!
So, question. You have a Cavalier ability for things that try to knock you off, correct?
Has advantage on
steed.
saving throws to avoid being knocked off his mount.
Then that would apply here.
Uh-oh.
So I need to make a. Is it a con save or?
No, this is the dex save to not get knocked over.
Oh, I
But
see.
because it's a save to get knocked over, the ship counts as a mount for the purposes of that ability.
Okay.
So you have advantage, long story short.
Hey!
You are
Okay.
not knocked overboard.
Alright. You and the ship take 15 thunder damage, and you are not knocked overboard. As for the crew, I'm gonna make them roll this one. This might be important. Oh dear. Alright, so a couple of them are hanging off the side of the ship right now. The way this works is if let me go get a marker for them.
You said it was thunder damage, right?
Yes, thunder damage.
Okay, so it resists that on the ship.
Okay, so if you leave this tile, you will leave them behind. But you can spend a crew action or a normal action to get them back on board. There are currently 2 of them up there. And that's the Skyforge's turn. It is the Executioner's turn.
So it has to move, and we have 1 crew action, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we'll use 1 crew action to get one of the 2 back on board.
Okay.
And we'll use the move action to go like this.
All right. Well, you have to move 3 tiles unless you weigh anchor, so you have to
And we'll
move.
go like this, and then we'll go like this.
You know what? Fair played.
You're just gonna hear them shout, "What is this tactic?"
Trust me, it's gonna work! You'll thank me later!
Okay. And we move on to B's turn, which I believe is mine. So, I think he actually really likes where he is right now. Can he move to a better position? Let's see. If he takes 2 movement to do this. And then, wait, no. No, he can't. Yeah. He has to use all of his movement to turn around. And then he's gonna take his shots. The highest he got was an 18, and then the other one was a 15.
The ship has 16.
Okay, so 1 miss,
One
1 hit.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't mean to click on you, but Dice Maiden does not like you. Got 15 siege damage.
30.
Okay.
Alright, Quin.
Okay. Is it an action to help this guy back on board?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, well, I will spend my action helping him up, I guess.
Alright. You're back to the 9 crew members who are capable right now.
Okay, and then I guess bonus action tunnel fighter. That's really all I can do.
Alright. Daelen.
Alright, I will go for the Hail Mary play here. I will use the last clock swap cannonball on the Archon. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try.
Actually, let me do that.
Oh, okay. Then I'll pass you the cannonball. I'll use my bonus action to give us temporary HP. So the people on the bow get 5 temporary HP.
Alright.
And I will use I'll also go and fireball the same one that Faris fireballed. I think it was this one.
Yeah, it was me.
Sorry, tried to move the map.
Oh yeah, you did damage to them too. And we forgot to take that out of the boat. Wait, no. My mistake. You aimed for the crew, right? Are you aiming for the boat or for the crew?
Wouldn't I
for the crew.
get both?
I think.
Oh.
I don't know if we can get both. Yeah, if we can get both, then.
Yeah, because I think that's kind of like what makes the canisters good, is they kind of hit crew and ship at the same time.
Yeah, then I'll hit the crew. It's fine.
Okay. The crew needs to make dex saves, and then what is the DC?
16 currently.
Okay. And then roll the damage.
Right.
See if it matters for some of them or not.
Plus 1d8. So 35.
Ooh. 35. Yeah, so some of them look pretty good. Yeah, they lose 1 crew member. They're getting pretty bashed up though. And then we move on to D.
Yep. They. I'm going to pull up behind the Executioner and try to place 2 shots at you guys. The first one's going to miss. That's only a 10. And the second one's also going to miss with a 12.
Nice.
The dice that roll high, I'm shocked.
Alright, move on to Faris.
Alright, I am going to I guess this is pretty effective, and I'm just gonna Fireball B again. Or I'm gonna innate sorcery first, and then fire.
Oh boy! All right.
Oh wait, did we never mark the damage on it?
They were shooting the crew.
Oh,
I've been marking down how many crew members they've been losing.
gotcha.
So it's 18 now, dex save.
All right. Roll the damage while I roll the dice.
27. Under
All
average.
right. Well, they were softened up by Daelen, and they didn't get particularly good rolls either, so they are down to half of their staff. Let me check how many they need to operate this thing. Yeah, they still have enough to operate it, but just barely.
Okay. I used all my thingies to all my actions. So
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. And then we get to see. And 1, 2, 3. And they're going to take their shots as well. That is a 12 and a natural 20.
I'm going to spend 2 more luck points to downgrade the natural 20.
Okay.
Yep.
You do 2d8, 13 siege damage.
6.
Okay.
And we move on to Devin's turn.
Okay. I guess I have to use a bonus action to load the cannonball.
I don't think you guys have fired 5 cannonballs this turn, so they should be good for you.
No, but I want to load the clock swap cannonball.
Oh, yeah. For your special ones, you'll have to do that.
Okay, bonus action, I will load the clock swap cannonball, and I'm going to fire it at the Clockwork Archon.
All right. So I think you need to make an attack roll, and if it hits, he's kind of donezo.
Okay, I don't think a 12 is going to be good enough, so we are going to use Channel Divinity Guided Strike and turn that into a 22.
Ah, that's what he's going for. All right. Yeah, that hits him. There's no save.
Yep.
Right. And I am going to give it the general command to harry the other ships and cover our escape.
All right.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Harry the other ships and cover your escape. Okay, so it's going to come up here. I mean, it can't really like give them disadvantage, so I guess it's going to interpret that as just attacking.
Good.
All right. Let's see what he can do. Let's roll this out in the open.
Before that, doesn't it get to?
I think he has to wait, right? Did he
It's
get
back to his
do
turn.
a save at the end of his turn?
No. That's something else. I mean, someone needs to roll a d6.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
More
the
fun
charge.
things.
Matt,
Sorry, what?
Get a
Roll
6 or a
D6.
5.
they want you to roll a d6.
Oh.
The one time we want a super ability to come off cooldown.
yeah.
All right. Well, I assume you want him to use it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
that case-
Everything has to make dex saves on that boat. Someone roll 13d8.
But he hit both of these boats here.
There is not enough distance for that. If they were closer, yes.
Yeah.
But
With the
he
way
has
these are-
tiles in front of him.
He'd have to be on one of these two spots.
Right, but he can reposition himself to do it, couldn't he?
No, what I mean is he can only hit 2 tiles in front of him, so he wouldn't be able to, because there's this tile between them.
Hit our full boat.
That's 50. That's 100.
He got these 2 parts. Ice pointed it out to me, and that's why I had to move to the front of your ship on that turn.
So it's 13d8, you said?
Yes, 13d8.
It's thinking.
Yeah. That's a lot of dice. 58.
58.
58. Alright. 58 to the crew. And then... I don't think they're doing so good here. Alright, they lose 4 crew members. Okay, yeah.
Gosh.
So they... I guess you see this happen. Yeah, they're down to a crew member and the captain. Oh wait, the captain has to make it too. How much damage was that again?
58.
Okay, so the captain is also not doing so great. Okay. Yeah, they... Let's see. I'm gonna use the slowed for this, because that's the best marker I have, but they are operating at half their capacity. The captain's pretty much doing everything now. And that's the Archon's turn. Max.
Alright. I'm gonna take a shot at the captain and use steady aim.
Okay.
Will I still be able to move the boat? Because I'm not moving from my spot at the steering wheel.
Well, I'm like, I don't think... Do you get to move on your turn at the helm? I don't remember.
He used it earlier in order to dash, in order to move.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is you can... Everyone can use their action to the dash action to move it, but the question is, does he get a free one if he's at the helm? That's what I don't remember.
Just when we changed stuff around, because the issue was there was movement problems before.
I don't think you do get a free one.
Alright, in that case, 1, 2... Yeah. 3.
You get just 2. If you use both of your actions to dash, you get 2 movement.
I have the movement, the dash, and the dash. I get 3.
No, the movement doesn't count. Only your actions work to move the boat on your turn, is what I'm trying to say.
No, you should have corrected me the first time then.
We didn't catch that, so that's on us.
Okay.
Okay. We're on A's turn.
Oh, yep, that's...
Seeing what just happened to his buddies, I think there's only one logical choice you can make here, but it's your call.
Which is to say, shooting the Archon.
Yeah.
Yep. Archon's gone traitor. Is a big, big threat. So they're gonna put 1 shot into the Archon and 1 into the boat. The Executioner. I think that first one's missing the Archon, so they're gonna try to actually commit to hitting him. Oh my gosh, I rolled 4 on the die twice.
Yes.
If he takes damage, does he like get to?
He would get to make the save again.
Well, he'd get to make this save at all.
He would have to get hit in order to do that, so...
Yeah. That's why I saved 1 time.
That's 1 movement, and then they're gonna move... their action. Okay.
Alright. And we move on to Skyforge's turn. They don't like what they're seeing here. So
Someone roll a d20.
Nope.
Oh, they're doing something else?
Yep. So you feel the air just get sucked out as this cannonball just explodes overhead and just sucks or rather teleports all the air out, and this area is difficult terrain. So as long as you're in it, it will take twice the movement. And that goes for the Archon as well.
Interestingly, that does mean that I don't think you can move using your actions on your turn.
Max could, but I don't think anyone's can. But it is the Executioner's too, and you have 3 movement on this turn, so...
So we turn it up, yeah.
Yeah, so that's all you can do with its movement. You get Capbeard's attack if you want to take it too. Or whatever you want him to do.
We'll have him shoot at B before we move.
Okay.
At B, A, or...
B. Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Petrol Cannonball 23.
Alright, yeah, you hit
Yep.
it. And remember this siege
Let me
damage
just
will
double
be...
check the damage.
I'm pretty sure B is completely out of commission.
So 2 siege damage, 4 fire damage.
Okay, so he takes 8 altogether. Okay, and that's the Executioner's turn, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We move on to B itself, and I think that the captain is just gonna do a Hail Mary here. He's just gonna shoot the Archon himself. Wait, does he have the range for that action?
I was surprised he wasn't gonna just try to ram it.
He does. I mean, is there a ram action? I don't think we have.
I don't think we ever came up with one.
Yeah, so he's just gonna shoot him. Let's see, what do you got, my friend?
Whoop. Shoot.
Is a 17, which does not hit the Archon. And that's all he can do, so... Quin.
Hey. I will do 2 cannonball shots at B, I guess, and try to knock out the remaining crew.
Alright.
Because
Go
I
ahead.
can't use my... Can I use my movement for the ship, or no? I thought we said only 1 player.
You can use your action to move the ship 1 tile.
Every character can do that?
Yeah.
Or, sorry, every player can do that? 'Cause I
Yeah,
know
every
not
player
that
can
before.
use your action to move the ship 1 tile. Max can do it twice because he has 2 dashes from Rogue.
Okay. I think I'll still just try to finish off this crew since they're so low. Alright, 24.
Yeah, 24 hits.
Okay. Then a petrol candles, 1d10, 1d10. 17.
Okay.
I think that's 8 siege, 9 fire.
Yeah. I'm
Alright.
aiming to kill the crew, by the way.
Alright. The last crew member falls.
They're all down.
They have no crew. He has no crew left. He knew it was only a matter of time. It's
So,
just
is
the
the-
captain on board. He's the only one left.
Alright, well, I got an extra shot, so I might as well just take him out.
Or miss.
Well, I guess he gets to survive another day.
Yeah.
Alright, I will bonus action second wind as well. Yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you
Those were-
shot the crew specifically.
Those are
it's-
2 petrol cannonballs, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Daelen.
Okay. Daelen will use his action to move the boat 1 tile. And his bonus action to try and get more temporary HP on our side here. So we get 11 this time. And that is my turn.
Alright.
Crew get that as well.
Hopefully, then-
Yeah, if they get hit, remind me of it.
I guess Catbeard.
Yeah, just Catbeard's your de facto ticket to know that. Alright. So we have D, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And then that should be the distance, if I remember right. Yeah. So he's within range. So he's gonna take 2 shots. And it's a 13 and an 18.
18 hits.
Okay. So then that'll be 2d8, 8 siege damage. And then we move on to Faris' turn.
I think I'm just gonna move as well with an action. So just go forward. Oh. Did we move? I'm not sure.
There we go.
Yes and
Okay. All right. And I don't really have anything in range to do anything with my bonus action, so I'm just gonna hold pretty here. So I'll end my turn there.
Okay. He has to do 1, 2, 3, and then he's gonna have to dash. Which moves us on to Devin.
Okay. I'm gonna move us forward 1, and then I'm gonna use a bonus action and use Lay on Hands to heal Catbeard for 15. That's my bonus action. And I will pass turn.
The R can do anything.
All right. Well, give
Yeah,
me a
Yeah.
Oh, it's on
D6.
I'm gonna maintain orders on the Archon.
All right, D6.
Oh, okay, you
Aw.
did.
I don't know
Alright.
what we want to do there.
I'll just go with whichever one came first. So he's got it back. I think he's gonna save it though because he's just gonna kill the captain. I think.
Are you sure? Because if he actually used it, he'd kill the captain and potentially incapacitate this ship.
Oh, you're right. All right. Oh boy, here comes all the dice in.
They've so kindly lined up for it.
All right. Well, that's gonna be 13d8, and they have to make a dex save.
And it also
Somebody
gets
else
rid of
want
it.
to? Somebody else want to roll it this time?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Just saying, I'll do it. So no one else rolls it.
Yeah.
59 damage. I think that's it, like what we got last
Only
time. This
one
is-
higher.
Yeah, one higher.
Captain rolled a natural 2, so he's taking the full brunt of that. Oh my gosh, he survived!
Rude.
But more importantly, the crew of A, how are they gonna fare? So we'll roll for their captain first. He gets a natural 20, so that is 28 damage to him.
Yeah.
29.
20. Yeah, it would be 29 because it would
Okay.
be like, yeah.
Oh no, that hasn't mattered before. The crew. All right. And they rolled pretty good, so only 2 crew members perished from A. And then the Clockwork Archon is going to, let's see, 100, 200, and yeah, he's gonna go there. Cover your escape. Max.
All right. 1, 2. And that's Max's turn.
All right, we move on to A. What do they have? Let's see. Oh, he's in range of A. Nice. And they're gonna take their shots at the Archon. Okay, that is... Oh, finally. That is a 19, and one was a 3 on the die. So that's 1 hit on the Clockwork Archon.
I'd use luck points to lower that. I'll go down to 17. So 4 luck points.
Okay, you miss. Alright. And then it is Skyforge's turn. Someone roll a d20.
I can do it. I usually roll low, right?
Yeah.
I roll
Yeah.
low.
Alright. They miss you this time.
One time I'm happy if my rolls are not good.
Alright, it's your turn. Executioner's 3 movement.
I think we're just going straight forward.
Yeah. Go, go, go.
Wait, is going up towards Skyforge?
No.
You're going towards the resistance over here.
Okay, I was just confused because the Skyforge icon is up there.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, have we been going the wrong direction this whole time?
yeah. Technically, Skyforge is over here.
It was just up there for more of like all the stuff we have.
This is for our tokens only.
So, 1, 2, 3.
Alright, Captain B. He has nothing left to lose. So he's just gonna shoot at the Archon.
Doesn't he have to rotate for that? Or
Might have to.
Let me look. He wasn't using a cannon.
Oh, he's just firing at him.
He's just using his gun. Yeah, he'd have to move. So... Crew movement. He can't move anymore, but he can shoot at it now. And he got a 22.
Okay, that hits.
Alright. So he's gonna do 4 10 radiant damage to it.
Dude, that's
Alright.
40-10? Holy cow.
Yep.
Yep.
So it takes 27 damage, and it gets to make the saving throw.
Okay, how do we set the DC?
I think it says it on the clock swap cannonball.
It does not.
Oh, okay.
We had this happen previously. What was
It
It
just
says it's, like,
says as though you were
I-
using Dominate Person.
I will assume it is your spell save DC.
Okay,
Yeah,
So
I think
what's
that's
your
what we did
spell save
last.
DC?
17.
Gotcha.
17. Okay. He is going to use his... Yeah, he's going to use his legendary resistance to pass. And he's back in action, but he doesn't have his thing currently, so... that is B's turn. Quin.
Okay, it's time to go. And then I guess I'll just second wind again, because I got a bonus action to use. 16. That's my turn.
Okay.
Daelen's turn.
Okay, Daelen will also move at 1 space. I don't have a bonus action, so that's my turn, I think.
Okay, we are up to D then. Where's your dude ice?
I don't think they can really
Fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can get to like here.
tells. All they can really do. Okay, Faris.
Alright, I am going to do kind of a weird thing here. I'm going to quicken a major image of Quin, or I guess Rook, flying. Just like right there, and then I'm going to move forward. With
All
my
right.
action.
Is this life sized?
This is life-sized. So he's
Okay.
just kind of flying there with this, like, weapon brandish.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go forward one. With my chin. And then yeah, one more.
All right. Is that it?
That is it.
Move on to C. That's their normal 3, and then they move up to their 5, and then it's Devin's turn.
Okay, we're just gonna move forward 1 and pass.
Okay.
Actually, bonus action, I'm gonna cast Divine Favor. Yeah. Just in case it comes up.
Okay.
Okay.
And pass turn.
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna run up, and he's gonna make some attacks at the Quin,
Okay.
and he's gonna find out he's an illusion. Oh wait. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah, that would not change his outcome. But someone roll a d6.
We'll do it.
I guess I'm doing it.
Uh-oh.
5.
Has he gotten it back
got
every
it.
single round?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
He really likes his super gun.
Yeah. He wasn't gonna waste it on one dude, but he's attacked to the Quin, and so that's the end of his turn.
Yeah, it served its purpose.
Seeing him, like, carrying this huge, oversized greatsword, swings at Quin, tries to just grab and crush him, and then realizes it's an illusion.
Okay, Max.
All right, hitting the nitro still.
All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Skyforge is going to make their attack, and they hit center of your ship. So you're kind of just slowed down.
Wind.
The executioner can only move one tile. Alright, and then we move on to B. You know, for all intents and purposes, he's out of combat. There's no way he could catch up.
This single guy piloting a ship.
He's gonna turn around and just leave.
Slowly.
So we move on to Quin.
Hey. If I use my action, does that move us forward or no?
No, you would need to get 2 movement in order to get the ship out of here.
I'd like to make an appeal.
As the
We
appeal,
had-
it had 1 movement.
Yeah, it had 1 movement left.
I'll allow it.
Yay. I use my
So-
half of a movement.
So that means that for anything else here, you basically need to invest 2 players' actions for movement.
What?
Well, I mean, if you're going to be doing that, then, you know, half movement, half movement.
Yeah.
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 I
I'm
mean,
saying that-
inside that, but
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Oh,
saying
I-
is
okay,
you're
we've got
still
one
you're
more.
still
Okay,
technically
got
in
it.
it.
The tail.
yeah, I forgot about the tail.
Yeah, we-
Okay.
we dig.
Daelen.
Daelen will put a fog cloud behind the ship, just like in the middle there. Yeah, anyway, I'll put that behind the ship, and that'll be my turn, I think.
Okay, fog cloud. So it can cover up 1 tile.
Yep.
So it's this one right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we move on to D's turn.
Yep.
And they just have to keep gunning it. Alright, Faris.
I'm gonna go. So I have to use like half of 1, right? And it doesn't move anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And yeah, I will simply do that, and that'll be my turn.
Alright.
She's just gonna move.
And then we move on to Devin's turn.
I'll just move us the rest of the way out, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. And we move on to the Clockwork Archon's turn. Yes, he can dash. So he can catch up to you. And keep in mind he can make opportunity attacks. Wait, yes, he can.
Against the ship?
Mm-hmm. He's a gargantuan-sized creature rather than a ship.
And we're at Max's turn.
All right. Bonus action disengage, and action dash.
Okay. And then Skyforge. Yep, someone roll a d20.
An appeal here is the fog cloud doing anything here to hinder this?
I also have another appeal. Since it's a vacuum, will the fog cloud expand?
You know what? I like that idea.
Here's what I'll give you for it. We'll say, sure, the fog cloud expands, which means you didn't have to disengage. You can move one tile forward, but the Skyforge can still make its shot at you.
That said, I think I'll actually say the Archon is here, and
No, it's fine for him to be there. It's just the fog cloud's bigger.
So,
did you count his movement being slowed moving through here?
I did. Like, he went all... That took everything he had to get there. And yeah, it's just a fog cloud.
Okay, can I get one of my crappy rolls for a change? I got a 5.
Alright. You are safe from Skyforge. And I think with that, you guys might... Well, yeah, will you make it, actually? Let's find out.
1, 2, 3.
We're not
And then
completely
Catbeard's action will, I assume, be used to move you one more.
I guess.
Wait, you
Alright.
completely across?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because Quin's turn is next, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, for all intents and purposes, the other ships are just out of the combat, but the Archon is going to continue to chase. But on the Skyforge's turn, you now get to, well, the Resistance more or less takes it over now.
So the resistance is the Skyforge now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Okay.
basically commandeered the layer action.
Okay.
That
And
being
the other
said,
ships they're done. They are backing off. They're not chasing. Only the Archon is chasing you.
maybe
Okay.
helpful if we just remove all the terrain really quick and move things back.
I think that'll be more time than it's worth.
Not really.
Okay, well, you do that while Quin takes his turn.
Okay. So the Archon is still behind us currently, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
So
in the
if I'm
fog cloud.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this right, going forward here, the Archon is basically just fast enough where it's just going to be parallel the ship from here on out, and it's like a one-on-one.
If you were investing all of your movement,
Let's see.
this thing can move 12 tiles if it dashes.
Yeah. How fast can you guys move if you put it on the gas? It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it can catch up with you.
Okay, so we can't outrun it.
So we've got to just kill it.
Kill it dead.
Kill it good. Alright, it's gargantuan.
Yeah.
Alright, this is probably dumb, but can I hold my action to when it gets close? I have jump active still, so when it gets within range, I just want to jump on it, and I'm just going to be a leech on it, pretty much.
Back on type.
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
Alright, well, I'm holding my action to jump at it and stab it.
Okay.
My turn.
Don't forget to detach it at some point, so we're doomed.
I didn't attach them. I used select.
Okay. The superior method. Daelen.
Sorry, real quick. Bonus action total fighter. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
We said we have to dash to get to the other part of the ship, right?
If you want to go across both of the tiles, yeah.
I would just go down one to the deck, and I will prepare actually. I will use the scroll that I've had for a while. I'll prepare to cast reverse perspective on it and see if that helps.
You need to see it.
Yes, I think so.
All right. Are you going to drop concentration on Fog Cloud then?
Yes, at this point, yeah.
Okay, so you can see it again, and what save does it have to make?
I have to hold it until it gets next to the ship.
Oh.
Okay. So you would have been concentrating anyway. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Faris.
I am going to move to the deck. And I think that will be my turn.
All right. Devin.
Okay, I'm going to move to the deck, and unless anybody disagrees, I'm going to rotate the ship to be in a better position to engage the Archon with the cannons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I will pass turn.
All right. He's still in this thing, so I can only get there. So he's gonna have to take his action to dash, in which case he will go 1, 2, 3 to get to the stern of the ship.
Okay, so now my spell goes off. First question, is it immune to the blinded condition?
It is
Or
not.
sorry, creatures with the blinded condition are immune.
Oh.
Okay, so it makes a whiz save. DC 16.
Okay, the wisdom. We'll roll this. Open.
Some legendary.
Yeah.
Do you think with legendary resist this?
Oh wait, here's
I will
this.
post a spell if you
Here's
wanna-
this. Hold on. That's still gonna fail. Yeah, I think he's going to legendary resist this. If it is the one I think it is, it would have given him disadvantage to everything.
On all attack rolls, perception
wait.
check, and that's dexterity save
yeah.
with me again. Okay.
Yeah, so that's all he would do then.
Okay.
That is
That's
2 legendary
That,
resist.
by the way, this thing right here was the only reason he couldn't shoot you with a laser beam that turn. He got screwed over by his own allies.
Yep.
All right, Max.
All right. Are we just focusing him now, guys?
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
All right. Max is gonna do his thing, steady aim and shoot it.
Okay.
Over 20.
Yeah, that hits him.
I should have sure strike. Oh well. It wasn't a crit, so I don't feel that bad about it. 29.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Alright, that's Max's turn.
All right. Someone roll a d20 for me.
That's good.
Doc rolled the last time, so I'll do it again. $14.
All right.
Goes
And then,
wide.
I don't think it does. Because they still have a bonus to hit, right? Yeah. Yeah, so that will end up hitting. The resistance does not have the firepower of Skyforge, so roll 2d8.
10.
Okay, he takes 10 damage from the resistance. move on to the executioner's turn. Now keep in mind, because you've been moving, it does have to move, but if you want, Catbeard can throw down the anchor so you don't move and provoke an oppie.
I
Yeah.
think we might want to just hold our ground and fight this thing off here.
Yeah.
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 Right, so you're gonna have Catbeard throw the anchor then?
Yes.
Can the ship still rotate if it's anchored?
Let me see if the action specifies if it reduces speed to 0. Yeah, it says it
Reduces
reduces
ship
the
movement
speed
to
to
0.
0, so I'll say it can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I will anchor down and that'll be fine.
All right then, Quin.
Yay. I'm running. Excuse me. Ugh. I'm running to the stern and then I'm going to jump onto the Archon.
All right.
Okay.
I need you to make an acrobatics check
Oh, be.
versus its AC.
Does he have any benefit from being under the effects of the jump spell?
That's the reason he's able to attempt this at all.
Ah.
Question, can I use athletics instead and just rely on pure muscle force?
That's to stay on the board. That's to stay on the Archon.
So
Like-
I have to use acrobatics to get onto it then?
Yeah, I mean, acrobatics is kind of like the mid-air skill.
Balance.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
then never
scare
mind.
them.
There's a good chance I'm just gonna jump into the clouds.
Okay.
Can I just hit it with my sword then from the back
Yeah,
of the ship?
you can still attack it.
Okay. I still get my marks and stuff. Okay.
Go full Shadow of the Colossus on it though.
Yeah. Alright, we'll just then I don't even really need to be on it anyway then. Okay, just walk sword right. Ugh, 13.
A 13 does not hit.
Alright, number 2. I'm going to use my last 3 luck points to bump that to a 19.
All right, you hit it.
Okay. That's going to be... $15 damage in total, slashing and lightning.
Okay. Yep, he
And
does
it's
not
marked.
miss. Right. Daelen.
I think I will. Let's see. I think I'll go to the stern. I will activate the bonus action to give us extra temporary HP.
Quin and you anyway.
I'll give Quin 10 temporary HP. And then I'm going to use my action to Vortex Warp Quin on top of the Archon.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
You know. There you go. Is that your turn?
Mhm.
Okay, Faris.
Okay, I'm gonna use my action to move to the stern. And then because I'm in innate sorcery, I'm going to quicken and heighten Tasha's hideous laughter on it.
Like that.
So it's a wisdom
Okay.
save.
A wisdom saving throw. Well, you know
At
he hasn't-
disadvantage.
Yeah. So he's gonna roll it straight then.
Cautious isn't like a charm though, is it?
No, it's not.
That's
Yeah, there's no way a 7 is gonna get boosted by anything to pass here. So I think he's gonna burn. Oh wait, huh? Yeah, he's gonna burn his last legendary resistance on this.
Okay, then I'm gonna use Mind Sliver with my main action.
Oh my
That's-
god.
Now for my real trick.
That's the equivalent of doing this big attack, then walking up and just slapping him in the face.
Yeah. So he has to make an int save for Mind Sliver.
Yeah, and it's not disadvantage.
Oh gosh.
He has magic resistance.
Yeah.
If so, he would still have advantage, right?
He would have it. No, I'm not heightening it. Well, this is not the one that's getting heightened, so it's just
Yeah.
it's normal. He would have advantage if he has magic resistance.
Yeah, he's got
Okay.
magic resistance.
All right. So he's gonna.
That being said,
He's got a 15.
That fails. So I don't think he would take any psychic damage because they never do. But
Yes, but he would still have
take the rider.
take the rider.
Okay. Don't make it. Just do damage to it.
I'm
Or
just gonna
if
put
you think-
that on it for now.
Okay.
just
Yeah.
just remind me when the next save comes.
All right.
Is that your turn?
That would be my turn.
Okay.
I say I'll try to hold it. Is what I'll say.
Okay. I am going to move to the stern, and I will go ahead and just make an attack against it, I guess.
All right.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
Yep.
20 hits.
Okay, and I am going to use Paladin Smite to cast Divine Smite on it.
all right.
All
That
right.
spell slot. I have like a whole bunch of boosts to the damage, so I have to keep track of.
Divine favor, divine smite, natural
Divine
boost.
Sense.
I think this is correct. It's going to be 23 points of damage of a combination of Radiant and Force.
All right.
Right.
He doesn't resist either of those.
Alright, then I'm going to make a second attack. Uh, 18.
That hits.
Okay. That is going to be another 15 points of damage.
All right. He's wounded.
Okay. And that is going to be my turn.
All right. He's going to take his attacks at the ship. He's disadvantaged because he's marked.
Yeah.
All right. But his mods are. So he's the lowest thing. Oh, this is the same. He turned into the same roll. 2 dirty 20s.
Yeah, those hit.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 offies on him
All right.
with green flame blade.
All right.
Okay.
21.
One hit.
And 18.
Both hit.
2 hits.
Nice.
So we'll resolve your damage first, because I think this next one might be juicy.
Yeah, oh, it's definitely going to be.
16 fire damage to him, or it's a combo, isn't it?
Slashing and fire.
Okay, yeah. Well, he doesn't resist either of those, so it's all Gucci.
You want to just roll the whole combined damage here?
27 together? Am I correct in that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And then to the ship. That's 33 siege damage on the first attack, 27 on the second.
That's 60,
Please.
so 120.
Yeah. Yeah, 120 damage to the ship.
We're just below half.
It takes these enormous just sweeps out of it. The stern is maybe beginning to look a little rickety now. Max.
Alright, now we're gonna do the sure strike.
No!
I can't see it.
Reroll.
You do still have the reroll.
Reroll.
Yeah, that's over 20.
That does it.
Alright, yeah, you hit him.
$39 damage.
Alright. 39 damage. Yes, I'm gonna roll a d20. I'll just tell you the mod. d20 plus 8.
Alright, I will do it. Boom. 15. I probably missed.
Yeah, that missed, but it's okay because it's a free turn basically.
Executioner's
Yeah.
anchored.
Executioner's turn. So I don't know if
I
you want
guess-
Catbeard to do something.
Yeah, I guess Catbeard can go to the deck and.
I think they can also order the crew to do other things since it's anchored right now.
Maybe we should have the crew back off to the bow in case he does something huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So these
Actually, have
crew-
half of them go to the bow and have half of them go to the deck. Actually, no. Never mind. They're screwed no matter where they go.
Like, can they go inside the ship? Like,
Yeah. Well, they can also repair the ship too.
We want them
Yeah.
to repair the ship.
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe we saw the deck guys move up just so they don't get blasted.
I forget the rules for repair. Give me a second.
D10 plus proficiency.
Yeah.
In their case, that's going to be.
It's just gonna be d10 plus 2 for them.
D10 plus 2, okay.
So you can roll that to have them repair, and then you wanted them to evacuate towards the bow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that'll put
4 HP back. That's fine.
So there's gonna be none left there. There's gonna be 6 there. Alright. Yeah, you get 4 HP back. Quin.
Okay.
Yeah. And any of you can take that repair action as well if you want to.
Yeah.
17. I bet that misses.
Yeah, that misses.
Do you have luck points to bump it?
I'm all out.
Aw.
Yeah. I used most of them on that Gelignite shot.
I will give you.
It's
I'll
like
give
2.
you 2, I think.
I only
that
need
only-
one.
That would bump it to 18. Like you got to use 2 to give him 1.
Yeah, if you give him 2, that'll bump into 18.
I
Yeah,
see.
I think that's fine. I'll do that.
That is enough to hit.
Cool.
Hooray.
Thank you very much. Okay. That's 12 damage. And then second attack, 25.
All right. 25 hits.
That's a
The
12.
12.
12 more damage.
Exact same roll.
I'm going to action surge, and with each just pubble, just going back. Just die already! Smash, smash, smash. Another 17.
I'll bump it this time.
Thank you. 10 damage. Man, I love rolling ones on damage.
Right.
All right,
Attack.
10 more.
That's an action. I'm going to lucky that.
All right.
Oh
I
my
had a
gosh.
feeling. I was gonna say something. I bet it's gonna be a 20, and then.
All right.
The duality of Parser strikes again.
27.
27. Ooh.
And then as a bonus action, because he hit someone who's not me, I get to attack him as a bonus action.
Yeah, you add your like something to the attack roll too, I think.
I get advantage on this strike, and then I deal extra damage equal to half my fighter level.
Yeah.
Right.
Get a nat 20 again, and I think you might do this.
Not quite. But
You got what you needed though to hit
still
him.
hit him. I think everyone knows what his AC is.
yeah. Then half my fighter level, which is 4. Alright, 14 more damage.
Alright, 14 more damage.
He's barely staying afloat.
Alright. Can you finish him off? That is the question. It is Daelen's turn.
Yeah, I will try to shoot it with the cannon. 14 10 misses. I will prepare my action to vortex warp Quin back to the ship after someone takes out the Archon.
Yeah, a
Okay.
wise choice. I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I will hold monster. And I'll make the spell.
Yep, and he's still got the mind sliver.
So it's a wisdom save
Let's see.
minus d4.
All right, I'll roll this out in the open here. Does it actually do this? Ooh.
Finish it. Well,
Yeah, that's it. He's got nothing left in terms of legend resistances, and what you see is exactly what he got.
so is he just gonna fall?
He might.
He's paralyzed.
He's paralyzed. Yeah, I guess
I
you
don't
can't
know if he
hover
can
when
hover.
you're.
He's immune to prone, but he doesn't hover, so it's a weird interaction.
I think
Be
he
like
was stay.
buoyant or something.
Well, yeah.
I guess he would
he's
start
just gonna
plummeting.
start. Yeah, he's just gonna fall.
Yeah,
When
because
his turn
can't
rolls
hover
around,
and-
he will fall.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we get a turn.
yeah, I will vortex warp Quin back to the ship.
Okay.
Alright, Devin. He's still within range before he falls out of the sky.
Alright,
That
we
ain't
are
so-
gonna try to finish this thing off. Uh, 33 to hit.
Yep.
Yep, that's gonna hit him. It's a crit.
Alright.
Wait.
Yes.
that a crit? I see a 19.
Auto
He's
crit.
paralyzed.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And I will use... I haven't used my reaction. I will give you a 3rd level spell slot.
Okay.
Smite.
I will use that and cast Blinding Smite.
Oh man.
Finish him.
Finish him.
Okay, so let's see. It's gonna be. Oop, hold on.
I can't hold all of these dice.
$67 points
Oh.
of damage.
What were you
Oh.
using here specifically?
Guiding finger.
So I've got my Dragonkin staff that deals an extra d6 force damage, Blinding Smite for 3d6 radiant, Divine Favor for 1d4 radiant, and then my +7 from my modifier. I'm using a +2 weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, he has -8, a lot of HP right now. You've got him. How do you do
As
it?
you just pierce right through his core, you see him start plummeting towards the cloud barrier. And
So you know the effect that happens when you kill an enemy with a light arrow in the Wind Waker?
vaporized.
All right. And yeah, with that, you make you finish off the encounter, and you can take the rest of your movement to Savella. All right, and the resistance joined you there, so they're kind of your new entourage, other than those Armada ships that had to retreat. And you kind of see like them cheering, and you get the one person who was knocked unconscious in the battle like back on his feet. You walk, this music does not match the moment. Like,
Get
Star
the Final
Wars.
Fantasy
New Hope.
victory music on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have that, but I have this one, I guess. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so yeah, they're kind of throwing a party for you, more or less. And yeah, Captain Steed walks up with his cane as the executioner docks with the other ships that all bear the golden flower that was the original symbol of Valencia. And Rodolfo just kind of comes off beaming, and he just puts his hands around Faris and Quin, and he says, "I knew that you could do it."
Yeah, I did too. I am Faris Tallow after all.
Yes. I'm sure that there are more than one world that know that name. I wonder how many of these showers you've been given in your time. You'll have to tell me about them later. And Captain Steve just raises a hand and says, "Yes, I'm sure that there will be time for more celebration in the taverns tonight. But for the first thing, we should repair this ship as soon as possible and mount our assault before the Armada can return. But I want to personally thank the four of you. I believe you said you were called the cleanup crew, yes?"
Yep.
Yep. Don't forget Catbeard, he's part of it too.
Yeah, technically there's 6 of us.
He just looks at Catbeard, who's Like, he went down like, what, 12 HP or something?
I've healed him back up a
Yeah.
bit. He's at like
Yeah.
28.
Like
And has some
28.
temporary AP, so he's like a shield over him too, or something.
Yeah, so yeah,
That
maybe instead of
overshield
bandaging
plumber.
himself, he's just doing what he normally does, and he's just eating pickled herrings, like, right, I helped. And Captain Steed will roll his eyes at Catbeard and say, well, at any rate, from what we can gather from our scouts in Florenza, the ships, there were only 3 flagships of the Armada. So you've given one of them to us. And from the looks of it, you even got some of the artillery from Skyforge.
Oh yeah, there's a great big bullet inside of the room. I don't know why I decided to put it there.
Yes. Well, suffice it to say, you've given us the ability to fight back with far more firepower and far more openly than we have ever done before. Sevilla has rallied behind us, and I think we can even bring Florenza to see the light of day with enough time. So thank you for giving us the ability to take our home back.
No problemo. And I believe I said I was gonna buy them drinks, and I guess I gotta commit to that.
Hopefully we can all return here one day and see the world restored.
Yes.
Our business here might not be done. There's still probably a black windstone shard in the Skyforge. We may need to go and get it.
He is kind of normal like demeanor from this kind of falls a little bit, and he says, in order for you to retrieve that windstone, if the Armada had that windstone to begin with, do you not think that they would take it with them?
I don't know if they would or not,
Yeah.
but it's a pretty reasonable assumption, I suppose, isn't it?
I guess the main question is, are they proceeding with their journey right now? Because we did see them start heading toward the canal while we were getting ready to fight.
Well, they're down a flagship, so that might put them behind.
We can only hope.
Rodolfo says, and they're down an Archon.
That's very true.
Yeah, they were probably expecting it to take us out, then go in for repairs, weren't they?
Well, they needed it for the spiral because they're taking out something called the aberration there, and they've lost a lot of their firepower, is why I think they'll be set behind.
Alright.
Yes. I still believe, given the tenacity of the remaining leaders of the Armada, they will still reach El Dorado. But they will, but you have definitely made it so they will have significantly less resources than they would have otherwise had.
You have an ice pack for my hand? I kind of crushed it while I was there.
Crushed it like 3-4 days ago.
You're still sore about that.
Yeah? Look at it, it's like turning purple.
Maybe we should get you a mechanical arm instead.
No. As cool as that would be, I kind of like flesh and blood.
From the moment I learned of the frailty of flesh.
So what do you intend to do from here? We'll see if we can help you how we can.
I think we're going to Dragonspire. Well, we're going to Dragonspire, but we don't know where in Dragonspire. There is a mage there that we are looking for.
Yes. Well, if I were to take a guess based on the two pieces of information, Dragonspire Academy sounds like a good place to start.
Do you have a map before we go there? Because every time we go to a new place, we're just kind of blind and just floating off in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I'll be honest. The landmark there is pretty obvious from whichever way you enter it, but I am one of the few who remember the war, or rather, a brief time afterwards, and I have procured a map during that time.
For some reason, I was always under the impression Dragonspire was more or less uninhabited.
Well, after the war it was, or rather, it fell. Forces of the Dragon Titan attacked those who would defend the Dragon Titan from those who would want to awaken it. The Titan fell. The Titan did not awaken. However, the school, those who defended the area fell.
Oh, I see what you mean. And I assume
Nice.
the Academy's the big scary place right there.
That is the Great Spire. As far as the Academy goes, it was located there.
If I recall my knowledge of this place, all the metallic dragons are extinct.
Yes. Or any other dragon that defied the Titan. And
guess
that
now-
includes the Draconians, or Dragonborn, as you might call them.
At least the ones that were there originally.
I guess now would be a good time to ask if you've ever heard of something called an bookworm, but no one else seemed to know anything.
Yeah, there was this little dragon that seemed to, he talks very plainly and very monotonal. He requested we got something for him, a banner, and then he, looks like he shifted time, and then he just kind of left.
I've never heard of such a creature. However, if there is any knowledge to be procured about it, it might exist inside of the Citadel itself. But given we've heard about so many kinds of dragons, and I've never even heard of it once, even after the school fell and the refugees came to all walks of the worlds, I would say that the chances of finding information of it are slim.
But there be dragons there, right? Dragons that will try to breathe acid or poison or fire or lightning on us.
Yes. And while they did not wake the dragon, the entire world I would effectively call the Dragon Titan's lair.
And I don't want to alarm you, but we might have to fight a Dragon Titan if things have gone horribly wrong. Would, you know, if we could get any help with that, or where we should go to, you know, if you think it's just if you just think it's a legend, or don't believe in it, just, we need some help. If
You feel like a firm hand on your shoulder and say, Captain, if I may make one request, can I travel with them to ensure that they get the help that they require?
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
Rodolfo talking. That is, of course, if you want me to come.
Oh, certainly, certainly.
The more
yeah.
the merrier.
We'll be happy to have you along.
And
Of
he
course.
smiles and says, now I believe that we'll become good friends and companions along the way. After all, Diego and I got along pretty well. He trained me to become a duelist with a little bit of magic at my disposal.
Right,
and- Captain Steve will say, well, I will not stop you, Rodolfo. But be aware that from that, I cannot protect you if you go with them.
I looked back and forth. What's that supposed to mean?
And Rodolfo just kind of waves a hand about it and says, "Oh, there's nothing to be concerned about there."
Okay.
Okay.
You're not going to drag along any additional trouble with you, are you?
Yeah, I
No.
think this team has a lot of baggage already, so...
He laughs. Well, I think I left most of my baggage with either Diego or here.
Okay, yeah, well, just to tell you the rundown is we might be fighting a mage. We're probably going to be fighting dragons if we're going there, and there's also an assassin we're kind of trying to get rid of too. That might be there. Let's,
I almost forgot about him.
You have quite the journey ahead of you, but I can see why, with so many enemies, why you'd want to make more than a few friends.
Yeah, yes, that's perfect. If like you're confident, you know, it's. I feel like we're gonna be fighting a lot of dangerous things that are going to be trying to kill us, and you're okay with that?
Of course I'm okay with it.
Okay, then welcome aboard.
As the old man said, he can't protect me, but it doesn't matter. I was going to leave. I've already left once, and I survived, did I not, Captain?
He's talking to you, I think, Faris.
Oh, I thought you meant captain as in... I mean, yes, of course, yes, certainly. Nice to meet you. I am Captain Faris Hallow, and this is Admiral Max.
Yes. Admirable Max.
Daelen.
You can tell by the hat.
And just kind of shakes all of your hands for a second time and says, "Well, I am Rodolfo Capofero at your service." And Catbeard more or less says, and I'm both the cook and master of secret artifacts.
I like how we're still traveling around with the giant tentacle chest.
Oh yeah, do not go down into the hall past the line. It's a line, right, Catbeard?
Yeah, I put up a line, and I think I changed it to the ceiling last time.
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll drop that off of Skull Island eventually.
If you hear weird noises at night, it's probably that. Just ignore it.
Yeah, it's like slurping noises. It's fine.
Oh, also, where did we stash that illusion, Max? Is he still in the corner somewhere?
Like flashbacks to Skyforge.
Yeah, it's still in. Yeah, you left it on the other boat in the smuggler's hole.
I like to think they found it. It's just like Max smiling, staring at the wall.
Someone left the.
They would have taken that ship on the expedition.
Max clone got left there, and someone left the controller running.
Funny because it's in a secret room too. Like that's like the ultimate secret horror room.
they get jump scared when they find it.
That's the Max Elegy of Emptiness statue.
Oh no.
But I imagine you guys will be taking a long rest in town.
Yeah.
If available,
Right.
absolutely.
And they will cover your tab, which I'm sure Faris is extremely glad for.
Yeah, like pulling out the money and then slowly put it back when they say that.
And yeah, unless anyone else has anything else they want to say or do, I think we'll end there.
All right.
We will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Oh yeah, y'all leveled up, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I added it. I was like, are we forgetting something? Welcome to level 11. Yeah, we'll end there.
All right.
We'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.